All right, so with this next problem up, everybody, we are going to, as always, read the question sentence first to understand the story. Where does the story want us to end up? So here it says, if you want to make yada, 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 ignore all that. We want to start where we see who, what, when, where, how many, which of the following, those question action words. That's really where we want to start. So it says, how much more butter do you need to buy? Let's think about that, everybody. When we are asking how much more of anything we need to get, what operation does that kind of sound like in your head? When we want to ask ourselves, hey, how much more do we need? Now, let's think about that. Let's think about that very carefully. Everybody, if I said that I need $10 to buy something and I have $3, if I'm asking how much more do I need, what operation is that? That's subtraction. Again, if I have $3 and I need 10, how much more do I need? I subtract, and that is 7. So that's the idea we're using here. But the real question is, what are we going to be subtracting, right? Because there's something that happens before you can subtract. So let's go through the story of the problem together. That's what it's always going to be about. Here, our recipe calls for 2.75 cups of butter. If you want to make 1.5 times the recipe, but you already have 3 cups of butter, how much more do you need? So here's how I'm going to handle this. I'm going to basically say, hey, here is the total needed, and I'm going to subtract what I have, and that's going to be how much more I need. That's what it's all about. Take the total that I need, subtract the amount that I have, and that'll tell me how much more I need. So everyone, help me out again. How many cups of butter do I already have? Yeah, we already have 3. So when we get the total, whatever it is, we are going to subtract 3 once we get it. But the question really is, again, how do we get that total? And the proof, the hint, is really right here. The recipe calls for 2.75 cups of butter, and we want to make 1.5 times the recipe. So to get the total, we'll take 2.75 and we multiply by 1.5. So if you don't like working with decimals, this is very likely where you might have gotten stuck. But as a reminder, everyone, decimals are just like numbers, just like integers, just like fractions. They have their own way of dealing with them. And as long as you practice that, you'll be fine. So here we go. 2.75 multiplied by 1.5. Let's get the job done. 5 times 5, that'll be 25. Carry the 2. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry the 2 is 37. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. Carry the 3 is 13. Next up, I'll write a 0 here to begin working on that 1's place value. So we have 5 times 1, 7 times 1, and 2 times 1. Add everything all together, and we end up getting 5, then 12 over here, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 7, that's going to be 11, carry the 1. And then we have 4. Everyone, help me out. After we're done multiplying decimals, we are going to bring back how many in this case? Yeah, in this case, we are going to bring back 3 total places. How do I know that? Right here. If I take a look, I see we have 1, 2, and then 3 right there with the 1.5. So that's 3 total decimals that I'll bring back. 1, 2, 3. And that is 4.125. So this is where the final piece of the puzzle comes in. This is how much we need. This is how much we already have. We will subtract to get how much more we need, which is going to be 1.125. And so there we are, everybody. There's our proper answer. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and approximate to the nearest hundredth, like they said. So here, the nearest 1.12, I would round that up to 1.13. But given that the only choice available is 1.12, I'll go ahead and stick to that one. There we go. And the correct answer here will be answer choice B. Again, we get that total first, Then we take away what we have to see how much more is left. New question, but we're going to handle it in the same calm, cool, and collected way. We'll go ahead and begin with the question sentence. So here, how many cups of sugar were used in total? So everybody, help me out here. Before we get to the numbers, let's really settle in. When I see that phrase, how many cups of sugar were used in total? What pops up in your head in terms of what math we might need to do? Yeah, in total, that's adding, right? It could be multiplying if we're just repeatedly adding, because that's what multiplication is. But we see that here. How many cups were used in total? That tells me we might need to add. And when we look at the information, bit by bit, we see that it says a stand used 2/4 of a cup of sugar in the morning and 5/8 of a cup in the afternoon. How many cups were used in total? So that tells me that we'll take the 2/4 and we'll add that with the 5/8, and that's what's going to give us our answer. So to get there, we need the same denominator, so we cannot add these yet because the 4 and the 8 aren't the same. So to get that part done, what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and notice that the 4, this denominator here, 4 can definitely go into 8. All we have to do is multiply by 2. 4 times 2 gives us 8. So let's go that route. I'll multiply by 2, but don't forget, we have to multiply the top as well. That's the biggest thing, just knowing your mechanics, knowing your fundamentals, it's going to take you a long way. Because the biggest part of a word problem is knowing that we had to add in the first place, and now we can go ahead and perform this properly. So here we go. 2 times 2 is going to give us 4, and then 2 times 4 will give us 8. So the 2/4 turns into 4/8, and we'll add that with 5/8. My party people, keep that denominator the same. 4 plus 5, that gives us 9, and there we are. 9/8 is the answer, and we see that the answer is actually listed right here as answer choice D. Booyah! So we're good. But before we continue, in case we needed to turn this into a mixed number, everybody, what are we supposed to do? I know some of y'all know what the answer is, but what are we supposed to do to turn 9/8 into a mixed number if we needed to? Division. Yes, we need to divide. Exactly. So everyone, watch this. If I wanted to turn this into a mixed number, I'll show you right here. We will go ahead and divide the 9 by the 8. So I'll go ahead and show 8 going into 9. Everybody, how many times does 8 go into 9? Just one time, right? That'll be one whole time. Let me write that down. One whole time. And then when we go ahead and subtract, 1 times 8 is 8. So we subtract the 8. Everybody, what is this 1 here at the bottom in red? What does that represent? What does that represent? Yeah, that's the remainder. This is what remains. Our remainder remains in the numerator. Let me show you how that looks. So we have 9/8. This turns into 1 whole, because again, 1 whole time. And then we have 1/8. So again, it is 1 and 1/8. If that looks like a 7, I truly do apologize. But there we go. I'll write it like that. 1 and 1/8. The remainder remains in the numerator. And that whole division, that quotient that you get right here from doing the long division, that stays as the whole number.